Hi everybody, so in this first part of this video you're gonna see me working on some 3D designs for my client, and I wanted to make 5, but I ended up creating 7 designs so that way she could choose which ones she liked best. So first up is a Christmas tree. So I'm using this 3D carving gel. Yeah, I'm just gonna create a Christmas tree. I'm gonna every design I've created 2 times. Yeah, because she's got 10 fingers, and I know for sure she's gonna want to decorate all 10 of them. So yeah, just sit back and relax. I think, cause yeah, it's a pretty long video, this one. So I wanted to do a layered Christmas tree. Yeah, I think it worked out really well. Um, it was a bit of a fight to see um, how I should do it, execute it, especially later on with applying the chain to it. That was a bit tricky because it's not really a sticky material. It's quite well, not dry, but it really doesn't have all that stickiness to it. So the chain wouldn't stick that well, so that was a bit of a fight, but I think it turned out really good. So I'm just using my silicone tool and oil, so I don't use alcohol or whatever to work with this product. Remember, it's still a nail gel, it's not clay. Please wear gloves when handling this product. But yeah, I don't use alcohol, I use oil to work with this stuff, and I really like it. If you use alcohol, sometimes you'll get like these patchy, dry bits in the gel, or even some white spots caused by the alcohol. I really don't like that. I don't like working with rubber base or whatsoever on this product because it's gonna be way too sticky. So I just use oil. You won't get any dry spots. It doesn't matter in terms of adhesion. So, yeah, that's what I use. But that's also the reason why it won't stick that well, of course. But, I'm not a quitter. I'm just gonna keep going until I've got what I want. So I haven't cured this yet because I wanted to press this chain into the product. Yeah, it worked fine, but it was kinda of a fight because I really wanted to get the chain in between those layers, like it's running through the branches of the tree and everything. Um, yeah, I think it worked out really, really nice in the end. So now I did cure that part of the tree, so I'm just going to apply a second bead on top, and I think I will be back in frame. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, so you can see me grabbing some oil, and I really want to pull this gel over the chain to get that layered look. Yeah, and that's basically, I'm just going to repeat the same steps with the third layer. So now I'm going to add a big charm on top. It's still not cured, so I can really press that charm into the gel, because I don't want my client to lose this gorgeous, gorgeous charm. Yeah, I think she's going to be really, really happy with this. So all I have to do now is apply some beads. Yeah, to really dress up this tree. So now it's time to create a Christmas cookie. Yeah, I think this is going to be really cute. I really haven't made a real plan inside my head as to how I'm going to execute this, but just gonna get started and see where it will end up. I'm sure it will be fine. Yeah, so I'm just using my silicone tool to press it all down. I'm gonna go ahead and create its body. I need to fuse this together, and yeah, I'm still using my oil to work with this product and to fuse it all together. It's going to work nicely, and I'm going to paint a little bit on top. Yeah, but as you can see, it works great. Yeah, at least for me, it works great. Time for its little arms. So I'm just going to get a big, fat, chubby cookie. Lovely. So now I'm gonna go in with my top gel matte because I really want to create that um, cookie kind of look. So I'm just going to sprinkle some acrylic powder onto the cookie. Yeah, it will give that, dry, flowery look. Love it. And next, I'm just going to create some facial features and some decoration on the cookie. And yeah, so this cookie is all done. Doesn't it look cute? I really love this one. So, next up, it's time to create a snowman because, of course, we need our snow and a snowman. And yeah, I think that's going to look really, really cute. I'm going to make this for her pinky nail, so I'm keeping it a little bit smaller than the rest. That way, I'm sure that it'll fit her pinky. So I basically know her sizes. Yeah, she's been coming for so long, I kind of know how wide and long her nails are. So I can well, not easy, but I can kind of eyeball it like, yeah, that should be about the same size. And I've been using these tips for her nails every time I'm creating 3D designs, and they fit great. So I'm pretty confident that it'll work out. So, same technique, top gel mats, and just get some acrylic powder on there. And next, it's time to do the rest of the decorations on this little snowman. Yes, let's create a Rudolph. 'Cause I'm sure that she's gonna want a little Rudolph on top of her nails. So, yeah, let's create a fun one. And obviously, it's going to be one with a big red nose on top. So, doesn't he look cute? So cute. Yeah, so I'm just going to light up his eyes. And of course, its big red nose needs to be glossy and shiny. Yeah, I think she's going to love this. But it's not quite finished yet. It needs a bow, in my opinion. So a nice shiny bow. That way she'll have a few shiny nail charms on her nails. You know, the star on the tree and the bow on Rudolph. So next I'm going to create a Christmas elf, a lady one. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna go with it and see where it ends. I've looked at some pictures, like, okay, like those are some features that I would like the big pointy ears, big eyes, and everything. Yeah, so that. So, this is what I've got so far. I really like it, but it was like a day or two later that I was like, no, I'm missing something. I'm going to create some other things. So, I thought about creating a bow. So, at first, I had this really simple bow, but I don't know, it just wasn't cutting it. So, I'm going to create a more, yeah, intricate bow. I really don't know why I do these things, but I did. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but it was worth it because she really liked it in the end. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut some little pieces and I'm going to shape them into this bow. I really don't know if it's got a special name or anything, but yeah, lots of ribbons and stuff. And later on, I'm going to add some red builder gel because it needs to be really sturdy. Because this is just really flimsy and it's going to break really easily, especially with her job, it's never ever going to hold. So I'm just going to use gel polish 214. It's a very pretty red. It's the same red that I'm wearing on my nails. Yeah, mixed with some builder gel to give it its strength. And I'm just going to apply it to all the different layers on the ribbons. And it really wasn't an easy task, but I did it and she loved it. So I added this glitter, but I really didn't like it, so I took it off later on. It was just too much, too much. So for the last design, I'm going to create a little gnome, like a little Christmas gnome. So we'll have a boy and a girl elf. Yeah, so I'm just going to start with its face and I'm just going to layer it up. But this will be pretty easy because there will not be any painting on top. It's just going to be the carving gel. Yeah, and getting those features in. So almost done with this one, just its big nose. Next I'm going to create its beard. It's just a bunch of different carving gel colors mixed together to get a bit of a textured look without applying a lot of texture. So I'm just going to shape this out of this one bead. Um, I'm just going to push it upwards and I'm going to use my silicone tool to create the mustache and, make it look like it's layered instead of one big blob. So my client's back, and oh my god, it looks really bad. She broke a couple of nails. Yeah, with her job is like really physical, and yeah, most of the time they last, but sometimes she just, yeah, it's a big mess, but let's fix that. So thank God I was able to clip off these snakes because, oh my God, it will make such a mess taking that off with your e-file. Like everything will be covered in dust because it will dissolve into these big chunks, and not small dust particles that can be easily pulled into my nail dust collector. It's horrible. So I'm glad that I could cut these off. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that with this new set though. That's going to be, oh my god, that's going to be terrible to take that off. If I'm thinking about it now, I'm already getting anxious, but it's fine. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take off the top layer and see what more damage she's got. It was pretty bad this time. Not a lot of lifting. Um, I'm happy about that. Most of the nails were still good. Yeah. Well, you have good days and you have bad days. Yeah. What can you do? Nothing. Just go with it and fix it and make sure that your clients are all happy again. She does have one other nail with a break in it, so I already know that's going to cost me a little bit more work. Um, but she really likes to have her own natural nails underneath, so I'm just gonna keep as much as I can. Um, yeah. So I'm just gonna have to think about how I'm going to fix that nail. I'm probably gonna use some glass fiber. Um, that way it's not going to tear all the way through. And also because she's got a really high hyponychium, it really grows underneath her nail. So I really have to be careful. I can't just cut everything away because I'll be cutting her living skin and it's going to hurt like, ooh. And with this nail, I'm just removing like this a little piece that has lifted. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit out of frame. I was really working on her nail, not paying attention where the camera was at. But yeah, so I've just removed that piece without hurting her natural nails. So next I'm just gonna go and take off the cuticle tissue using my small rounded bit, and I'm just taking off that tissue, that non-living skin, and trying not to cause any damage to her natural nails, trying to keep everything intact. Yeah, because that's just the way I like to work. And when that's done, I'm just going to scrub her nails really good, get rid of all that dust and oils and everything. Make sure it's clean for new product application. So I'm just going to cut these nail forms. They are long, which is fine, but it really gets in my way and I really don't need all that length. So I'm just going to cut that off to make my life a little bit easier. I'm just gonna need two because I do think I can save the nail that cracked using this glass fiber. So I'm just going to cut some small pieces, and I can apply that onto the first coat of rubber base. So next I'm going to have to apply this nail form, but like I said, she's got really a long hyponychium, and if I would apply a form like this, it would really, really hurt. So I have to cut a little piece to make it fit better. Um, I'm going to fit it to create a nail that matches her other nails. So I could cut it to shape and make it like really um, what's the word? And make it according to all the rules and everything that's needed to create a coffin shape, but it will look a lot different than her other nails. It would really stand out and make the set look awkward. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to create a coffin shaped nail, but it's going to be a pretty flat shape because her other nails are pretty flat in that way. I really want it to match the rest of her nails. So now I'm going to apply the first layer of base coat, rubber base coat. I'm just going to apply a thin layer, just like that. And I'm not going to cure, it's going to be wet. And when that's done, I'm going to grab my little detailer brush and grab some glass fiber. I really don't know if you can see what I'm doing right now because they are see-through. Um, yeah, but you can see it on my palette. I'm just going to grab some little pieces and I'm going to apply them to the entire length of the crack. So you don't need very long pieces, you just need some few short pieces, but you do need to cover the entire length of the cracked nail. And it holds up really, really well. I use this all the time. If people have a cracked nail, I use it under a biap, whatever, and it holds up really, really, really well. The crack will not go any further. So I'm just going to apply that until I'm satisfied with what I've got. Make sure it's really in that rubber base, and when that's done, I'm going to give it a cure. So now it's time to go in with acrylic gel. I don't have a name for this color yet because I've received it just like a few weeks ago, and it's like a tester that I've got to see if we like the color, and the seller wanted to know what I think about it, and I think it's a really, really pretty color. I love that paler um, pink tone that it's got. So yeah, I really like it, but I don't know what it's called yet or when it's going to be available for the public. But yeah, I'm just going to cover it and create a new structured nail, working dry like I always do because I like that best. So now it's time to get rid of that inhibition layer. Make sure not to go over the skin with that because it's uncured product. I really don't want that onto your skin. And when that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and shape these nails. As always, I'm gonna start with my hand file to do some basic shaping. When that's done, I'm gonna go in with my e-file and get rid of all the bulk, and you know, it will really cut down on my filing time. And when that's done, I'm gonna go in with my hand file again and to do the last, touch ups to make it really nice and crisp. So this time I didn't forget to record how I cleaned the underside of her nails. So yeah, remember, she really wants to keep her natural nails underneath. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna have to be really careful with her hyponychiums because they are halfway down her nail plate. So yeah, but that's it. I'm just gonna get rid of that decoloration and make sure it's all good again. Yes, so finally time to put on these nail charms. After I've applied this lovely nude glitter polish. Yeah, we decided to go easy with the background because we really wanted those nail charms to stand out. Yeah, so it's just a very soft glitter nude. I think it looked perfect underneath. And after I've cured this, I'm going to apply a second layer to make sure that it does cover everything. So I've decided to adhere these charms with acrylic. Um, I am worried that it's going to make my life a lot harder when I'm going to remove this, but what can you do? I really don't want her to lose her charms. That would be even worse. So, yeah. And I'm really curious to see how this bow will hold up. It wasn't that easy securing these charms because they kept slipping away because they are a little bit hard to hold. But there are worse things in life. But as you can see, they fit perfect. I am so happy. And she was really excited when she saw these charms. She was like, oh my god, yes. So yeah, that's always good. Yeah, so she decided to wear all seven of them. So a few fingers will not match, but she really wanted all of them. But she definitely wanted two Rudolphs, two Christmas tree, and two snowmans. Um, yeah, Oh my god, I love that cookie. Doesn't it look cute? It's so cute. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, really happy how everything fitted her nails. So next the Christmas tree, and then all that's left is the snowman on her pinky. And yeah, I was really happy that it was a very good fit on her pinky. So next I'm gonna go in with my nail art glue to seal everything in and to top coat the remaining part of her nail. Um, yeah, basically it's basically a very strong and thick top coat without a tacky layer. So it's a no wipe gel. I use it to secure my stones and to seal in charms like this. So I'm just gonna have to make sure that all the gaps are closed. I really don't want her to be get stuck with her hair, and I don't want any dirt to get underneath those charms. That would be like really icky. Yeah, so I'm just going to seal everything in just like that. I'm going to give it a 1 minute cure, but after I've done everything, I'm just going to give it a full 2 minute cure. I really want everything to be fully cured. And I do have to say that securing those antlers from Rudolph, it was, ooh, that was a task to do, yeah. But I really didn't want his antlers to break. That would be such a shame, and they are really thin, so I really had to get under there with the acrylic and seal everything and make sure that there weren't any gaps left. And here they are. Oh my god, they are just so cute and so extreme again. Yeah, she is really happy, and I'm really happy with the outcome after all this work. Yeah, I think it's so funny. She's going to get like a million reactions on this. Yeah, so she's in her happy place right now. Yeah, Rudolph the cookie, and I think the little gnome are my two favorites. So I really hope you've liked this video. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a very good day. Goodbye.